A right-wing blogger has been ordered to pay over $1 million in damages for defaming a drag queen. Back in 2012, the far-right blogger Summer Bushnell claimed that drag performer Eric Posey, known as Mona Lisa Million, was exposing himself to children. Now, of course, that wasn't true, but she posted a doctored video of Posey dancing in drag with an intentionally blurred out area around his waist. So, along with this post, this edited video, she said, "Why did no one arrest a man in a dress who flashed his genitalia to minors and people in the crowd?" Well, that's because it didn't happen. She then said, "No one said anything about it, and there's video. I'm going to put up a blurred video to prove it." Once again, the reason that nobody said anything is because that didn't happen. He was not exposing himself to minors. There was no indecent exposure at all. And the fact that you had to go back and intentionally edit a video to suggest that there was something there, even though there was an unedited video that showed that there was nothing there, that there was no indecent exposure, shows that she was clearly defaming this person. Again, the unedited video showed Posey performing in an outfit with a boa around his waist, with zero inappropriate behavior. That's it. That's the reality. Now, the blurred footage, however, sparked national outrage. Conservatives were so mad. Oh my God, I told you, groomer, pedophile. It also sparked a police investigation, ending with prosecutors in the city of Coeur d'Alene, Idaho, actually having to publicly state that Posey had, in fact, not exposed himself to the crowd. But of course, look, when it comes down to Republicans,
just forget about the evidence.
All right, doesn't matter. The right-wing mob, instead of being concerned about things that are really happening, like there is actual child trafficking happening. Okay, there is actual child marriage that still exists in this country. All right, that conservative legislatures are refusing to get rid of. Instead of focusing on that, they're going to focus all their rage on drag queens who aren't actually doing anything wrong. And they're going to lie about them. In fact, Posey told the jury during the trial that he became a flashpoint in the conservative culture wars. This entire thing. Look, there were constant threats. I'm pretty sure he was called a groomer, pedophile, whatever, and used as an example to try to attack drag queens everywhere, all across the country. Posey had received death threats and harassment as a result of Bushnell's posts, which she never took down. She never apologized for, never corrected. And that's because, again, she did it on purpose. In fact, jurors had asked the judge during the trial, "Hey, can you order Bushnell to take down those posts, which are not true?" The judge said, "I'm sorry, there's nothing I can do. I can't actually order her to take down these offending posts that have caused so many problems for Mr. Posey." They're still up as of Friday. All right. Now, that said, that jury did find Bushnell liable for damages, awarding Posey $926,000 in compensatory damages for defamation and $250,000 in punitive damages. His attorneys had proven that Bushnell knew that her statements were not true, but shared them anyway with reckless disregard for the truth. Again, in order to damage drag queens. Now, Posey said after the verdict, quote, "I'm so grateful that the jury was attentive and that they rejected the lies that put me in a dark place for nearly 2 years." I could only imagine, right? But look, once again, here we have a situation where conservatives are caught making things up and passing it off as reality, doing literal defamation, and this time about drag queens. And they do this because they're like, "Oh, to see drag queens grow indoctrination or indoctrinate our children, they're pedophiles, groomers." No, they're not. It's not drag queens that are a problem. It's not trans people. You know who the majority of the people that are abusing children are? Right-wingers. Look, here's the thing. The problem here is far right covers up for pedos and molesters literally all the time. Okay? even if they don't know it. I mean, how many conservative politicians and political figures and media figures have been busted with child pornography? A lot. How many police officers? A lot. And let's not get started with pastors. Okay, let's not get started with the Catholic Church religious figures. Okay, the problem here, though, aside from all of that, which is horrible, is that the right continues to do this fake concern trolling about how much they care about children. Oh, we care about the kids so much. We just want to protect the children. No, you don't. You don't want to protect the children. You just want to go after LGBTQ people. That's it. You want to go after left-wingers. All right? And so, look, ironically, this claim, we're just here to, we're trying to protect children, it actually harms children. By constantly pointing at people who are not doing the grooming, who are not, going after children, that are not actual pedophiles, right? Pointing at them that are not doing this, these groups, they're actually running cover for the actual child predators, okay? The people that are actually going after children. And I don't know if they know this. Maybe some of them do and don't care. I don't know. But what they're doing is that, in directing law enforcement to spend their time to chase after drag queens that aren't actually doing anything, actual real pedophiles and sex traffickers are running free. That's it. That of course, harms abuse victims. It harms LGBTQ people. It harms LGBTQ kids, right? That's it. And they either don't know that they're doing it or they don't actually care. Either way, you still have the same disastrous result. Now, of course, before I rage, right? Let's get back to the good part, okay? This is a win. A win is a win, and I'm glad he won this case. Again, drag queens, nothing wrong with them whatsoever, okay? That said, is it going to start far right from making things up and lying about LGBTQ people or their allies? Nope. I wish it would. I wish it would. But unfortunately, from my point of view, from what I'm seeing from right-wingers, is that they're going to keep doing this. They're going to keep lying. They're going to keep making things up. They're going to keep deceptively editing videos and going after the LGBTQ community, trans people, drag queens, all that, to try to destroy their lives. They are, ironically, doing cancel culture, the thing that they said that they hated the most. They are doing cancel culture in a very dangerous way towards people who normally are not able to fight back. Thankfully, Mr. Posey was. But there are so many people out there who are not able to do that. And that is something that we do need to remember, and we do need to remedy and support the LGBTQ plus community, support drag queens, support the people that are facing just ceaseless attacks night and day from these chuds that want nothing more than to destroy people for being who they are.